Aditi Thakur and I am from 12th class. Today I am here to represent the model of the fundamental forces of nature. Basically there are four types of fundamental forces of nature. These are gravitation force, electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force or weak nuclear force. Firstly I can explain gravitational force. It is the force of attraction between two objects in the world. Characteristics of gravitational force: it is attractive force in nature, it is long range force, it is weakest force in nature, it is conservative force of nature. Next is electromagnetic force. It is the force of attraction and repulsion between two charges. It is directly proportional to the magnitude and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. That is F directly proportional to the Q1 Q2 upon R square. Characteristics of electromagnetic force: first is it is the force of attraction and repulsion of two charges. Electromagnetic force is 10 raised to power 38 times greater than the gravitational force. Second is strong nuclear force. Strong nuclear force is formed due to the nucleus of protons and electrons from an atom. This force is formed due to the electrons and exchange of pi electrons. Characteristics of strong nuclear force: it is the attractive force in nature, it is the short range force, it is the strongest force, that is 100 times greater than the electromagnetic force and 10 raised to power 38 times greater than the gravitational force. Last one is weak nuclear force. It is formed due to the exchange of electromagnetic radiations. Characteristics of weak nuclear force: it is also attractive force in nature. The magnitude of weak nuclear force is 10 raised to power 28 greater than the gravitational force. So we can conclude that these all forces are basically exist in nature. Thank you and have a nice day.
Good morning, sir. Myself Raman Devi and I am from 12th class. Today I am here for the representation of a project on Newton's law. As we know, there are three Newton's law. The first Newton law is an object is at rest will at rest until an force will be applied on it. So here are the two objects. The one is not moving, means with an outside force object will never move, and second is moving, means with no outside force this object will never stop. And the second law of Newton's, this law states that acceleration is produced when a force acts on a mass. The greater the mass, the greater the amount of force will be needed. Here are the two figures. In the figure 2 we see that the mass of the second object is greater than the mass of the first object. So in the figure 2 in the figure 2 in which the mass is greater, the force will be needed more, as in the figure 1. So Newton's second law. Third law. This law states that for every action there is an opposite and equal reaction. So the main application of this law is gun. As we shoot from the gun, the bullet will experience of same force as the gun will experience. In this, the reaction is recoil force on the gun, and the action is acceleration force of the bullet. Thank you.
I am Thakur and I am here to represent my project on method of heat transfer. Firstly, what is heat transfer? Heat transfer means transfer of energy or heat from hot body to cold body. The first method of heat transfer is conduction. Conductions mean the transfer of flow of energy through touch. For example, if we put a candle and put a rod on it, then it will get heat from first part and then goes to the another end. This shows that the heat transfer from first end and another end. This is known as conduction. Now the second method of heat transfer is convection. It is the flow of energy through heated liquid or gases. For example, if we boil water, the bottom part of water becomes firstly hot and then it goes up, and the cold water becomes down. This shows the process, and this cycle is known as convection. Now the last method is radiation, the flow of energy through open space. For example, we get the radiation from sun or fire, etc. These are the three methods of heat transfer.